from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Are the people who are most susceptible to COVID-19 getting vaccinated in Henrico? The question is a tough one to answer. We'll tell you why in today's Henrico News Minute for Monday, February 8th, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
Well, about 36,000 Henrico citizens had received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine by February 1st, but less than 13%, or just more than 4,600 of them, were known to have been Black or Latino. Those are the two groups most affected disproportionately by the virus in Henrico. By contrast, about 42%, or just more than 15,000 of those who had received doses were white. But there is a significant hole in the data. More than 39% of those vaccinated from Henrico didn't report their race or ethnicity, so no data exists for them in the system. It's not a requirement for people to provide that information when they register. The statewide numbers are even worse. A slightly smaller percentage of Black and Latinos are known to have been vaccinated, about 11.5%, while about 32% of vaccine recipients didn't provide their race or ethnicity. Richmond and Henrico Health District officials, like their counterparts at the state and national levels, have indicated that ensuring equitable distribution of the vaccine is of critical importance. Last week, they described various ways they're doing that or planning to do it, among them prioritizing seniors 65 and older, based first upon age and second upon race, also prioritizing seniors who live in government-managed independent living facilities, followed by those in such facilities who are on Medicare, and also using mobile units to take vaccination clinics to congregate living facilities and the 50 or so independent senior living facilities in Henrico and Richmond. They're also implementing outreach efforts to educate and register people who may not have access to the internet. And they have added volunteers at mass inoculation events whose sole responsibility it is to collect the paper screening information from participants and to make sure that they have filled out the race and ethnicity form, or ask them to do so if they haven't yet. Now, this weekend, the health district held several vaccination events at local churches which were targeted at minority populations. The hole in the existing data makes it impossible to know whether the known percentage of Blacks and Latinos who have been vaccinated is representative of the actual percentage or not. And another unknown is how many people from either group even want to be vaccinated. Health officials nationally had been worried from the start that minorities, and Blacks in particular, might be more hesitant to receive vaccination shots given the realities of past unethical medical experiments conducted on Blacks. 3 of the 4 Henrico zip codes with the most reported COVID-19 cases in the county, 23223, 23228, and 23231, are also home to large populations of Black and or Hispanic citizens. You can read much more on this topic on henricocitizen.com by clicking on COVID-19. The number of new COVID-19 cases reported in Henrico County has been up and down the last 4 days. On Thursday, it was all the way down to 91, then shot up to 233 on Friday, fell to 196 Saturday, and then dropped to 140 yesterday. Henrico is now less than 500 cases away from the 20,000 mark of confirmed cases during the pandemic. The county also has reported 5 new deaths in the last 3 days and 4 new hospitalizations, all attributed to the virus. Henrico's unemployment rate remained essentially unchanged from November to December last year, according to new data from the Virginia Employment Commission. The county finished both months with an unemployment rate of 4.7%. The county's workforce shrank just slightly by 157 people from November to December. And the number of people employed also shrank from about 168,600 to 168,330. Henrico's unemployment rate in December was about twice what it was in December of 2019. In December 2020, the county's unemployment rate ranked it roughly in the middle of Virginia localities. Madison County at 2.8% led the state with the lowest unemployment rate, while Petersburg at 11.9% had the highest. During the most recent reporting week, which ended January 30th, Henrico witnessed a slight decline in the number of county residents who filed first-time unemployment claims. It was down to 309 from 337 the previous week. About 2,055 people in the county are continuing to file unemployment claims. On Friday, Henrico Police arrested and charged an 18-year-old in connection with a double shooting that took place Thursday night in the county. It happened shortly before 8 o'clock near the intersection of Laburnum Avenue and Mechanicsville Turnpike in the parking lot of two businesses. Two adult males were taken to a local hospital with injury. One was reported to be in critical condition and the other in stable condition. The 18-year-old was charged with 2 counts of malicious wounding and 2 counts of use of a firearm in the commission of a felony in connection with the incident. Mark your calendar if you live in the Varina District. Next Tuesday, February 16th, Varina Supervisor Tyrone Nelson will host a virtual community conversations meeting to provide updates on a number of initiatives, including park projects, the COVID-19 vaccination efforts, Henrico's finances, and also future projects. The meeting will be held at 6 p.m. on the WebEx platform. You can submit questions in the chat section there or submit them in advance to dav127@henrico.us. You can find a link to the event on our website, henricocitizen.com, by clicking on News, then Government, and looking for this article. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Henrico County's COVID-19 Municipal Utility Relief Program. It provides assistance for delinquent bills with consumption from March 1st of last year through December 30th of this year. To learn more, visit henrico.us.